Hey guys, welcome to today's video. It is happening. I am so excited. We are going to be going through the Details by Tati brush collections, and I'm going to have a big smile on my face this entire video, or I will be crying because it's been a long road. It's been a journey, you guys know. I keep looking in the background at the photo of Puka and all the nights that I curled up crying with Puka Shell and just all of the loss of different brands that were successful, but for one reason or another went eh. And this just signifies a moment of picking yourself up and moving forward anyway. If there's a door closed and people are saying, no, you can't do that, find something that you can do. And when you do it, you bring your A game, you bring your best. And that's what this brand represents to me, is me putting in all of the details, all of the love, literally no stone unturned. I thought of everything with these brushes. I feel it deep in my soul that you guys are going to have the best time with these brushes. They are going to help elevate your makeup game, whether you are a beginner, a professional, whether you wear a lot of makeup or a little bit of makeup. These are thought through. They work with all makeup, creams, powders. We have the full face, everything you need A to Z. This is going to help all of your makeup, whether luxury or drugstore, to perform better. The quality, the shape, all the details in these brushes are top notch. There are 3 sets total, 7 brushes in each set. Let's start out with the essentials. The essentials is going to be exactly what it says it is, your essentials that you go to every single day. You could do a full face with what is in here, 7 brushes. This is the packaging. Get your illustration on the back. The story continues. Yes, it does, because I refuse to quit. 3, 2, 1, let's get in it. I packaged these this way with intention. You're gonna see that as a theme throughout this entire video, that I say the details. Like, I thought of this, I thought of that. I personally cannot stand brushes that come in the plastic containers, or even sometimes cardboard that's heavy and you're trying to get the tape off and it's paper cutting you, and then it's kind of anchored in and you're kind of pulling things out, and it's a nightmare. Also, shipping it is a little bulky, so I wanted to do something that was sleek, did not have a lot of waste. Standard shipping in the US will be totally free. I wish I could do that for international. We are shipping international, but I cannot offer that. But free in the US standard. There will be an option for expedited shipping. If you can't wait to get it and you want to do that, you can. Everything is laid out on the website. And we are striving to get all orders out today so that you guys get these brushes fast. I will be going to the fulfillment center right after this video posts, making sure everything is going smooth. I have some extra touches that are going in the package, and I cannot wait. I want to see you guys have these brushes like right now, so we're making it happen as fast as possible. So let's get into here. This is how the brushes come. It's just sleek, but not a lot of waste. That is a theme. All of the handles are made from 100% FSC certified birch wood. This means that the wood is harvested from forests that are responsibly managed, socially beneficial, and environmentally conscious. I wanted to do a brand that was thinking about the environment as much as possible. The fibers are also vegan, cruelty-free, just everything A to Z. Even the paint on the brush handle itself, on the wood, is water-based. Intentional crimp rings at the base of the ferrules are added for enhanced connection between the ferrule and the handle. Everything is about durability and enhancing the longevity of the brush itself. I want you to have these brushes and use them and love them for a long time. Okay, so we've gotten into the package. We've seen the brushes and how they come, and I want to go through collection by collection and educate you on how I personally see these brushes used. I believe you are the artist. You are the creative. Use these brushes how you see fit. So if something on the website is labeled a foundation brush, but you want to use it as a corrector, which I'm going to show you how to do it with this particular brush that I'm holding in just a moment, go for it. I'm going out of order just a little bit because in the essentials set, this is my favorite brush. This might be my favorite brush overall, and I don't want to play favorites, but this is just how it is. This particular foundation brush is the very best foundation brush I have ever used, ever. I love this brush. I cannot do my makeup the same without it. I have struggled on camera trying to do my makeup the same as I know I can get it done with this brush with other tools because I obviously couldn't show you guys just yet. But once you experience this brush, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the ES2, our precision foundation brush. What is so special about this brush is this particular side, like literally you can't even see. It is so razor thin. It is the craziest way to apply your foundation. You are going to get the most beautiful coverage with not a lot of product. So you're going to load your brush up on the back of your hand or a palette, and you literally are going to paint. It's not leaving weird brush strokes. It's covering the skin completely. You're gonna paint, you're gonna glide. You're gonna be surprised at just how much this brush helps your foundation spread, whether you're using a skin serum, a tinted moisturizer, full coverage. This is going to make your makeup look so good. This is going to get in those hard to reach areas of the face. For me, it's this little divot in my chin. It's in between my eye and my nose, in between my eyebrows. If you ever do your brows first and your foundation second, this is a dream because you can really go on top of the brow, carve out the brow. It lays down product like a dream, like second skin, but you're still covering and getting everything you want out of your foundation. Now flip it to the other side. On the other side right here, we have this juicy, densely packed foundation brush, and you can literally just press, 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 press. It's going to blend everything in so seamlessly. You're going to be using less product. You're not going to have the crinkly, bulky thing that happens sometimes, at least for me. My forehead is that trouble spot where I just want to smooth everything out, have some coverage and uniform consistency all over the face, but I don't want a lot of product up there. This gives you just that even, precise, tiny bit of product laid down. So whether you have textured skin, fine lines, acne prone skin, any texture on the skin, this is gonna be a dream for you. You're gonna love it. It's so good. Taking one step back to the ES1, this is a large powder brush. It's exactly as it says it is. Fluffy, a dome brush. You can go into your loose powders, you can go into powder bronzer, you can go into pressed powder. You're just gonna grab product, pounce it all over the face, and have a really beautiful diffused laydown of product. The ES3 is the focused face brush. Again, very self-explanatory. This is like your fluffier large brush, but mini-sized. Now what this is great for is if you want to go underneath the eye and press and set your concealer. You can use this for bronzer though, sculpting out the face. You can use this for blush. You can pick and choose what product you want to use it with. So you could use a cream, you could use a powder. You're your own artist, have fun with it. The Effortless Crease Brush, this is so self-explanatory as well. If you're a beginner, you are going to love this brush. If you are more professional, more advanced, you will also love this brush. The shape is fluffy, but it tapers into a nice point. And what that is great for is really getting in the crease precisely. And it just diffuses any of your shades, whether you're using something that is more of a transition shade or a deep brown or a fun color on the outer edge of the eye. This crease brush blends to the heavens. It is so easy to use, but also allows you that control with the more pointed tip to do, a modified cut crease, which I know we don't really do those anymore, but if you like a little shape in the crease itself, or you're someone that just wants to be like out the door really quick, you're doing the crease, you can take this right underneath the lower lash line as well. I use this crease brush every single day. The ES5, the flat shadow brush. Technically, but I don't think it's this. This was technically a concealer brush. As far as what, when we're looking at brush heads and curating the collection and deciding the haircut of the brush and how things need to look, I did not just point at a catalog and say, great, make it gray and like done, we're done. I really thought through these different sets. I wanted to put myself in your shoes as the user. I wanted you to feel like you had my makeup artistry hands in your get ready space. Like, this is the best I can offer. I can't be there with you every day getting all of you ready, but with what I teach online and now with these brushes, it's an extension of me and how I feel makeup is prettiest, most effortless, how I get the most out of my products. So for instance, I chose a concealer type brush that most companies would market that way, but I feel this is a beautiful metallic, satin, matte, anything that you want to smooth on the lid. This is a beautiful shadow brush. It picks up product gorgeously without fallout. You can really pack the brush. I did not even use like a mist or a setting spray today. I went into a metallic on top of already done with lashes on and everything, eyeshadow, and I just went right in the center of the lid for a little extra dazzle. This type of a brush will hold the pigments so that you can go on top of what you already have on, but also very versatile. You could use this as a concealer brush. You could use this just as your one and done over the lid type of a brush as well. So I had to have this in the essentials. Here we go, skipping around into using brushes for purposes that they are not marketed to be. This is a lash line blender. Now, if you've ever used a chubby liner and you wanted to smoke the liner out, this is the perfect brush for that. Perfect for the lash line, perfect for the lower lash line. But I also find this type of a brush, because it's pretty densely packed, but pretty petite, narrow. It's perfect for concealer on the face. If you're someone that goes into a high coverage conceal pot, you go in, it's gonna cover your melasma, any acne, discoloration. So I love using this one, even though it is an eye brush on the face. For our everyday essentials, I couldn't leave the brows out, so we have a beautiful brow brush. Now, this was one of those that the samples kept coming back and forth, and every single time I was like, more firmness. We need more firmness. I wanna feel it. I wanna feel that it's different than the rest of the brushes. I want firm. We literally went back and forth to the point where I'm sure I was so annoying because I was like, it needs to be firmer. I personally, if I'm going to be using powder eyeshadow, a brow product that's powder, or even a pomade brow wax, I want to feel like there's no flimsiness in the brush and the brush is actually doing what it needs to do to fill in the brows and give realistic looking strokes. This will get it done. The spoolie is also the spoolie of dreams. She is firm. She has a slight taper, but there's no wobbliness to it. So you're really able to brush those brow hairs up perfectly. I love this brow brush. I am super proud of this one. And that is our essentials set. I'm so happy to be doing this with you guys. This feels like such a long time coming, and I literally kind of feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience right now. Here's the tea with the brushes. I am the founder. I am the CEO. I am the creative director. I am the woman behind everything. I do not have an investor. I poured all of my own finances into this brand, so we are not starting the launch with 100,000 palettes like I did last time. We're not starting with huge inventory. I don't say that to create crazy urgency. Like, this brand is not, in my mind, going anywhere. I have plans for it to grow. I do want to sell brushes individually, but financially, I couldn't make that happen and make it make sense with free shipping and all of that. So we decided to put them in sets and curate them that way. But I do have plans to do things a little more expansive in the future. So what I decided to do with this first launch, because really it's a love note from me to my subscribers, for you guys that are here with me, it's small. But I did a special thing, and I hope you guys like it. I put first edition on this first run of brushes. So first edition will not be stamped on the brushes forever. It's just for this first round. If you're watching this and you want to go hop to the website and purchase, I urge you to do that and then come back and learn more about the brushes. I will further the education and be creating a ton of content on how to use the brushes. And I'm here with you guys to answer any questions. On live, I will definitely be showing you guys how to use and different techniques, and they're live to answer your questions as well. So I'm in this with you, and I just wanted to throw that out. That was in my brain before we continue into the next set. I don't know how this is gonna go. I think it's gonna go well, but honestly, I have no clue. So there's that. We are now into the expansion set. The expansion set is everything you're thinking. It is the essentials expanded. So if you want more, if you're a more is more type of a makeup enthusiast, this is just going to add to the essentials. The EX1 Soft Sculpt Brush. This is going to give you the dreamiest, most beautifully blurred contour of your life. A baby could do this, a beginner. You do not have to be an expert to enjoy this brush. I love this brush so much with cream. This will sculpt you out, but it won't leave harsh lines. You do not have to be an expert to enjoy this brush. The way it diffuses product on the face evenly and quickly is borderline magical. Love her so much. EX2. The diffusing blush brush. I don't like blush brushes that are too big. I also don't like them to be too small. So we're having a full-blown Goldilocks moment right here. You can use this one with cream, with powder, and it's just gonna give you that perfect placement to really diffuse but not oversaturate the cheeks with blush. As I'm going through these kits, all I can think of is like, wait, tell them this, and also tell them that. I have to say, like, I didn't open up this pack right here. These are the brushes that I literally used today. And I just want to point out something with the matte paint on the wood handle. They don't get fingerprinty. They don't dirty up quickly. And if you're aesthetically focused like I am, if you are someone that's like, oh, I hate it when my makeup packaging gets fingerprints and smudges, you're gonna love that these stay so clean. And because we have the vegan fibers, they don't saturate and soak up the product, so they're easy to clean. The brushes just stay looking so good. It's phenomenal. The EX3, she does it all. She does it all. This brush is like the brush of my dreams when it comes to laying down powder. Now you can coat the brush and press. You're gonna press. Do you see that diamond shape is going right into my tear duct and getting along the side of the nose and in the corner of the nose so easily? We're pressing the powder down. We're not adding a ton of bulk. We're not sweeping and ruining any of the foundation, moving things around. No, none of that. We're pressing, we're pressing, we're pressing. We're pressing, we're pressing, we're pressing. However, grab a bronzer, tilt her, dip. And now this point right here, because this is an intentionally fatter brush, it's not super thin like a lot of what you see on the market. She's a little wider. So you're able to go and literally just diffuse out any of the areas that you want to chisel, but you want to keep soft on the face, even the side of the nose with a little bit of bronzer. This brush is very versatile and I use it every day. EX4, the Soft Blur Concealer Brush. This is like a little fluffier and a little larger. She's large and in charge. I love this brush because you can use this several ways. You can load the brush up. It's very densely packed. So you can take your concealer, take the doe foot applicator on the back of your hand, load the brush up. Then what you're gonna do is press, press, press. It's gonna give you the most beautiful diffused coverage without adding a ton of bulk. If you are struggling with lines underneath the eyes, it's likely from too much product laid down, this is going to be your new best friend. You are gonna look so natural, but definitely covered. You can also take it up in this region right here next to the nose, which sometimes there can be this weird demarcation when you do your concealer where nothing is meeting up or matching. That's a thing of the past. Then take the excess, prime your lids. This is such a phenomenal brush. It is meant to mimic your fingertip, but obviously your fingertip does not have all of these densely packed bristles to lay down product so gorgeously. So this is just like the best of both worlds. You can obviously also apply your concealer in the traditional way underneath the eye for more coverage and just press and pat it out. It diffuses everything and just gives you the greatest, most natural blend. The EX5, the Smoothing Crease Brush. Now, I love a big, fluffy crease brush for diffusing everything that is already laid down. If I ever make a mistake, if I need a transition color to kind of come in and save the day, this is the brush. It is just going to fluff and diffuse any harsh lines, any mistakes. But if you're someone on the daily that just doesn't want to carve a crease out, that doesn't want a lot of product on the outer edge, you want something really natural out the door, you're taking your bronzer and your crease brush and just wiggling on the lid and a little bit into the crease. This is going to get it done quickly and going to make sure that every time you're getting that beautiful seamless blur where things are not looking patchy. The shape of this brush is so gorgeous. It's intentional to kind of dome out this way that mimics a natural hair fiber. Such a good crease brush. The EX6, the Lifted Shadow Brush, which I also use on my lips. I think this is the greatest shape of a brush for so many reasons. You're gonna take a little bit of your lipstick, you are going to blend your lip liner down into that lipstick and you're gonna have no harsh lines on the mouth. These clean up really easily, so you can go from your lips, do a little alcohol-free brush cleaner, wipe her down, and then go to the eyes. So I also like using this with any brightening products, any shimmers that I want to lay right in that inner corner. It gives the perfect shape to just press and pull and brighten and widen the eye. It gives you a very awake, pretty look. You can also lift the brow. This brush gives you the opportunity to do all those extra little touches that take your makeup from a B to an A+. If you have hooded eyes, this is also excellent for the outer edge of the eye, and I will be teaching you guys how to use these because it has that nice wing shape and it's so just defined and small. You are able to blend on that outer edge and give a lifted look. So this is a very versatile brush. She looks tiny and maybe like, oh, what's that? But this brush packs a punch. EX7, the focused liner brush. This was another brush that I'm sure I was super annoying with being like, it's not small enough. It's not firm enough. It's not small enough. It's not firm enough. Those were my notes until we got it right. This brush is so teeny tiny. It is an angled liner brush, but look how small that is. It's intentional. We want something that can get so close to the lash line. We want it to be able to pick up color. So even today, I just used dry eyeshadow. I didn't add anything wet to it. And I was able to line my eyes and give just the tiniest little flick on the edge, which looks like an extra lash. You can also go into any of your creams or pencil liners. Because this is so small, you can literally go, I'll just show you. You can take any of your favorite liners and just load the brush right up. And now you are a professional makeup artist. You have the control in your hands because this is so micro fine but firm at the same time. And you're gonna get that perfect wing. Even if you're like, I'm not good at a wing. Well, you are now because this is a problem solver. It is also great if you're concealing a lash band. Sometimes we need these brushes that don't look super exciting, but they are the ones that get the job done right. And that is your expansion set. Whew! We're gonna get into specialty. We're going there. We are going like sprinkles on top. This is for anyone that just wants more. You're just like, you love the makeup, you get down with the makeup, and you wanna see something different. I've got you. I don't think I pointed out something really cool about the brush handle itself. It's weighted. So again, we have like that Goldilocks moment going strong where I'm like, it's too light, it's too heavy, it's just right. I needed everything about these brushes to have a just right feeling. So even with the technology, which is new technology, where the brush has just the right amount of weight to give you the most accurate application pressure. Like if something's too light, you're gonna have a weird time getting the right amount of pressure. So this just helps elevate your makeup game and helps elevate your application game without you even thinking about it. It's how it fits in the hand and the amount of weight in the hand. All right, so let's get into the specialty set. She is special. These brushes right here are so just everything to me. I could have called it the everything set. SP1. We do have another foundation brush. I know what I said starting out this video, that this right here is my favorite foundation brush that I've ever used of life. And I do stand by that. However, I am a girl of variety. I like to do different looks. I like to have options. And this one right here is a duo fiber. I had to do a duo fiber. This gives you such a juicy application. It just swirls the product on. If you're someone that's into underpainting and you want to go in with your foundation on top and you don't want to completely cover up any of the contour that you've laid down to start with, you're gonna want a dual fiber brush. Now this right here, I've even used this with mineral foundation. There's just something about this brush that blends very quickly, very effortlessly. It's great down the neck, great on the body, and you can really get such a gorgeous blend quickly with the way this brush is cut. You're not gonna be caking the product on. It is going to go on so smooth. And once again, because we're using vegan fibers, it's not as porous, so it's not pulling a lot of the foundation into the brush itself, staying right on top, right where you need it, makes it easier to clean. So we do have a foundation brush in the specialty set. SP2, the Lift and Blur brush. This brush can be used a multitude of ways. I love using this with bronzer. I love this shape. not too big. So if you want to be more precise, you want to be more detailed, you're into the specialty goods right now, you're going to be able to add powder on top of maybe a cream contoured face. Maybe you want to sculpt some more, but you need the right shape. This is the right shape. It gets in those hollows beautifully, but wait, there's more. Flip her. Go into your blush. Can be cream, can be powder. And you're going to be able to go right here and lay down the perfect amount of blush, whatever your face shape is. It allows you, if you want to sculpt the face out, to really do more of a bronzer blur. It allows you to even go on the side of the nose. Just the shape of it is one of those shapes that just works. It lays the color down gorgeously. It's not too densely packed. There's a little wiggle room in here, so you're not oversaturating the skin with a ton of product, and you look very natural, effortless. There's no harsh lines. Love. The SP3 is the sculpted contour brush. Now this is your brush when you're doing full glam. You want to sculpt out that jawline. You want to snatch up your face. You want to do I don't want to say stripes, but you know what I'm saying. You want to go a little bit heavier with those creams. This one has the right amount of fluff, but also is crimped in a way where you are getting the right shape to be able to go on the side of the nose, to be able to lay down color on the forehead. It has exactly the right amount of fluff, width, density, shape. It's just gonna give you like a new jawline. I'm not even joking. I can teach you exactly how to do that. It's amazing what this brush will do with cream bronzers, cream contour. The SP4, the Radiant Highlighter Brush. This is another favorite. This is one that I snuck in so many videos without you guys knowing because I cannot do my makeup without this brush. I swear to you, I have tried. It does not come out the same. If you're someone that still likes a finishing powder, a highlight, I personally do. This is going to be a brush that you love. Look at the shape of this. Do you see the intentional bend? So there is a curve here, and then you see all these spiky little bristles that are intentional. This is gonna pick up your highlighter beautifully. It will not oversaturate the brush with product, and that curve is hugging the cheek so that you are getting the most perfect highlight of your life every single time. It's just this feather light texture, just really soft, and it's just gonna kiss the face with a little bit of gleam. We're not doing any crazy blinding highlighter. It's just giving a little bit of a sheen on the skin that looks really youthful, glowy. Just, I love highlight, I love it. You can also use this one for blush, really use it how you like, but just the shape of this one is perfect. I even use it on the nose. It is one of my absolute diehard favorite brushes in all of the collections. The SP5, the Wide Eye Shadow Brush. This is for someone who just wants to be detailed or who wants to get out of the door really quickly. You can load this brush up with your shadow and just pat and pack on the lid. You can tilt it and then go in the crease as well. It is so fast to use. I even showed you guys getting ready today that you can take this on top of your existing shadow look with your lashes on and all of that. And literally it doesn't fluff product everywhere, so you can be pretty precise and just layer on any area that you want to brighten, that you want to highlight. It's a very versatile brush to have in your brush collection. You want one that is a little bit thicker, that has just a little density in the right shape of this type of brush. In my opinion, this is the best. Did I mention that these brushes are handmade? These are handmade. There's so much love that went into the process of creating the brushes, but then how they are assembled as well. You're getting exceptional detail in these brushes, and I believe that the details do make the difference. So there we have that. We have two more in this specialty set. The SP6 is the Petite Crease Brush. However, I love using this brush in a variety of different ways. I love using this one to chisel out the nose or to go in between the bridge of the nose into the crease using a cream. This works with cream, works with powder. This also has those little fluffy kind of spikier fibers that are on there. They're not hard. It's very, very soft. But you can go underneath the lower lash line and just diffuse and smoke out underneath the lash, even if you're already wearing mascara. So you want to take your look from day to night. You're not going to deal with any of the color getting too low because you're able to like tuck up underneath those lashes and really get the most focused, precise blend. Use this in the crease. Use it all over the lid. Use it to contour the nose. Use it to contour the lips. You can use this brush so many different ways, and how different. How different. The SP7 is the mini sculptor brush. This is one that many people had question marks of like, why do you want that in the set? You already have 2 crease brushes. Why do you need this? Let me tell you, you need this for the outer edge of your eye, especially if you have downturned eyes, older eyes, hooded eyes. This is going to be your best friend to get focused, blending on that outer edge. You don't want a huge fluffy crease brush always when you're working with deeper, darker colors if you don't have the room for it on the outer portion of the eye. So that's 1. For 2, you can really diffuse out the crease. It is micro tiny, but still fluffy and will give you a flawless blend. If you want to be like using the same brush to kind of get everything done really quickly, yeah, you can just take excess and go underneath the eye. But what I love this brush for the most is powder on the nose, contour. It gives you the most realistic nose contour snatch of your life. Like sometimes when we do these crazy makeup techniques, it looks great in camera, it looks great on the iPhone, but then you go in real life and you're like, whoa, pull down the mirror in the car and you're like, oh my gosh. This gives you the most subtle shading, blending on the nose. This is my favorite brush for contouring the nose, period. So good. Those are the 3 sets, Details by Tati, the Essentials, the Expansion, and the Specialty. I want to talk about pricing really quickly. There are 7 brushes in each set. These are handmade. They are beautiful. They are the Rolls Royce of brushes. Once you get them in your hands and use them, you will understand even more the love that went into these brushes. They are $133.25 per set. That breaks down to a little under $20 per brush. I wanted to stay very competitive, but when I tell you that I didn't pull back on the quality in any avenue, whenever it came to, well, but this will cost more, this will cost more, I'm like, yes, do it. I want to make something that lasts, that serves a purpose, that gets the job done right, that I can stand behind, and I fully stand behind these brushes. The quality is there, so it is a one-time investment in upgrading your beauty routine and having a better time with application. I'll be here to teach you every tip and trick along the way, and all the other information that you would need to know about will be on the detailsbytati.com site. I want to see what you create with these brushes. Be sure to tag me, DM me, and I just want to also say thank you so much for being such a huge support system over the past 5 years that has just been rocky. There's no other way to say that. And your encouragement has meant absolutely everything to me. I love you guys so much. Go have fun on the site, expand the description. All the details will be there. And thank you so much. All right, I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Mwah.